Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, before you start commenting on missed opportunities with this thing, let's talk about it first. This crossover has its new identity, and I'm here to break it down for you so you don't have a crisis. Hold on one sec. People are commenting already, but I don't know where Mike is. That's verbal abuse. How are they commenting? We're not even done with the video yet. Ah yes, the second generation Chevrolet Trailblazer. If you didn't know, the Trailblazer name was once associated with a mid-sized truck-based SUV with big ol' engine options from Chevy. Now it has transformed into a subcompact SUV, sliding in between the Chevy Trax and Equinox. The Trailblazer goes through its mid-cycle refresh for the 2024 model year, and the exterior gets updated lighting, new wheel designs up to 19 inches, and a new front fascia with trim-specific grills. With 4 trims available, LS, LT, RS, and Active, you can choose a Trailblazer with a laid-back, sporty, or rugged personality. And if you get the Active trim like our tester here, you get skid protection. Somewhere in there. Puts the fun in function. The aesthetically rugged Active trim also comes with darker trim bits, 17-inch wheels with unique tires, and suspension designed for better off-road capability. The Trailblazer is a small, handsome SUV. It takes some sporty design cues from its Camaro sibling, but it definitely is much more practical with a hidden gem when it comes to maximizing cargo room. Open up the rear hatch and you'll find 25 cubic feet of space. Drop the second row's 60-40 split seats to yield 54.3 cubic feet. And if you plan on hauling items about 8.5 feet, this front seat can fold completely flat. You gotta back it up a little bit if somebody tiny sitting in the seat. And then boom, look at that versatility. You could put like a Christmas tree or something up there. Or Micah could sleep at the office. Come to the office, Micah. We need you. For a now subcompact SUV, the cabin also has decent room for occupants. Our Active trim gets contrast stitching around the cabin and appropriately branded seats. But let's see if those seats are comfortable. I'm 6'4", let's see how I fit in the Trailblazer, and I fit just fine. I got loads of headroom, some good leg room, great adjustability on these seats, and they're nice and comfortable. And the steering wheel is nice and adjustable as well, but this screen, I wish it was angled up just a little bit more because I'm tall. It's like looking down on a movie theater screen. It's just kind of weird for me, but I like this material on the door panel. I don't like all the scratchy stuff on there. And the armrest, outboard and inboard, oh, it's tough. It might as well just be like steel or something. But this is my ideal seating position. Let's see how I fit behind myself. And gotta say, back here for tall guys, it's a little squishy. I mean, this is my ideal seating, and my feet fit under, but thankfully the back of the seat curves in a little bit for my knees. And yeah, there's kind of a cramped situation, especially in the middle seat because my head is grazing the headliner. But if you're sitting behind someone, let's say Lynn Woodward's size, you have some good space. And these armrests are nice and squishy, but I don't get rear seat vents, but I do get a USB-A and USB-C plug. It's a lot of give and take back here. Just give me everything, all the things. Yeah, too bad those USB ports in the rear aren't standard, but on a more positive note, the Trailblazer now has a standard 11-inch touchscreen that includes wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, and a standard 8-inch driver display. Wireless charging is available on higher trims, and the charging pad is located in a snug position in front of the gear selector. I like the interior and the layout of the Trailblazer, especially the Active trim. They got this cool lime green stitching and this nice material up top, and I love this color right here. And the screen, this is standard and it's clear, it's easy to use, and it's easy to reach as well. And you got some really good storage around here as well for your sunglasses too. And yeah, they got those cheap plasticky buttons that really don't have that quality feel, but you do have physical knobs and switches for your HVAC controls. So there you go, that's a win. Let's turn you down a little bit, you're a little loud. All right. The Trailblazer is available with two engine options, a 1.2-liter turbocharged 3-cylinder with 137 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque, or a 1.3-liter turbo 3-cylinder with 155 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive is standard, and so is a continuously variable transmission unless you opt for all-wheel drive, which comes with a 9-speed automatic. And all-wheel drive is only available with the bigger 1.3-liter engine. I'm driving the Trailblazer with the 1.3-liter turbo engine, and I gotta say, it's a lot peppier than the numbers suggest. The engine is responsive, there's hardly any turbo lag, and the 9-speed automatic transmission shifts smoothly. Granted, when you get up to higher speeds, the power delivery does taper off, but when you're taking off from the light or just cruising around town, this engine is perfectly adequate. It does a good job. If you're wondering if the Trailblazer can tow, it sure can, up to 1,000 pounds. As far as efficiency, fuel economy numbers for front-wheel drive models can get up to 31 miles per gallon in combined driving, with the larger 1.3-liter engine having a slight efficiency advantage on the highway. But opting for all-wheel drive will ding fuel efficiency quite a bit to around 27 miles per gallon in combined driving. Thankfully, there's this conveniently placed button to activate the all-wheel drive system here, and maybe use that functional skid plate and sweet 8-inch ground clearance to get off the beaten path. Get in, loser, we're going shopping. I changed my mind. Well, when you're on paved roads, the Trailblazer rides competently. The rigid structure and responsive steering make commuting feel like a breeze. Braking in the Trailblazer feels good, they're nice and progressive, and steering is a little light, but I mean, you'll be cruising around town, so that's kind of what you want. And I think Chevy did a really good job with the suspension. It feels nice and composed. It doesn't have a lot of body roll when going into turns like this one, which is quite nice. And if you want a more amped up experience and some more fun, they have this checker flag button right here. You hit that, your throttle response changes, the Trailblazer holds its gears a little bit longer, and there's a little bit more weight on the steering. Thanks to an elevated ride height, you have a great view of the road ahead. There's also standard safety tech like forward collision alert, automatic emergency braking, and lane keep assist with lane departure warning for added peace of mind. Too bad blind spot monitor isn't standard, and adaptive cruise control isn't offered on the base model at all, just standard cruise control. Yeah, this isn't the mid-sized truck-based SUV that we knew over a decade ago, but the Trailblazer is now easy to drive, easy to park, the engine is peppy, and if it didn't have the Trailblazer nameplate on it, I'd still think it looks pretty cool. Pricing for a base Trailblazer LS starts at $24,395, not including destination, and that includes 17-inch silver-painted aluminum wheels, LED headlamps, active aero on the front fascia, push-button start, cloth seating with manually adjustable front seats, 11-inch infotainment screen, 2 front USB ports, 4-speaker audio system, and single-zone climate control. Move up to the LT trim starting at just over $25,500 if you need black wheels, LED taillights, roof rails, keyless entry with remote start, and 6 speakers. Keep in mind, various packages and standalone features can be added for amenities like darker exterior trim pieces, hands-free liftgate, rear cross traffic alert, power driver's seat, heated front seats, heated steering wheel, automatic climate control, panoramic sunroof, and rear USB ports. For a sportier look, the Trailblazer RS, which stands for Rally Sports if you didn't know, starts at over $28,000. But for that rugged, go-getter off-road aesthetic like our active trim tester, that starts at the same price, noting that both RS and active trims have a 2-tone roof option available. If you're in the market for a subcompact SUV like the Trailblazer or any of its competitors, go on kbb.com and get a fair purchase price. kbb.com, click the link above for more details. Some of those competitors include the Mazda CX-30, Subaru Crosstrek, Kia Seltos, and the futuristic-looking Hyundai Kona. And the Ford Bronco, I'm just kidding, but it would have been nice though, right? But it is worth mentioning that if you're looking for a lower base price, don't need all-wheel drive, and that smaller 1.2-liter engine is just fine for you, the more affordable Chevy Trax starts around $21,500, and it's worth a look. You're free to comment about the Trailblazer now that you know a little bit more about it. But you have to admit, for this small crossover, it's made another name for itself. More comments. Oh, well, that was nice.